Hey guys, welcome. Welcome to another beautiful day in the beautiful life. I hope you are taking care of yourself. I hope you're safeguarding your energy. And I just hope that you're enjoying today. Before we get started, I'm going to light this Palo Santo to cleanse the space. Um, today's video. Today's video is going to touch on moving in silence. Moving in silence. Yes. And another friendly reminder, if I talk too slow, feel free to fast forward the video. Yes, as I often do when I need to get to the point of a message. Yeah, let me see. Trying to get this thing to smoke. Smoky smoke. Cleanse the energy. Cleanse, cleanse. Yeah, so I spent some time today journaling. I don't know if you guys like to journal, but I think it's a great tool to help if you are trying to heal yourself. Just helps you to like get your thoughts out on paper so that you can like for me, like what I do is I like to it's just a tool to help me to get things out of my head. And then sometimes I will reread what I wrote and then I will get like little hits and nudges on like, oh, okay, this is what I need to work on. This is what I need to clear. This is the storyline that's looping in my head, and I need to concentrate on transmuting that. You know, I don't think everybody likes journaling, but I feel like since I was a child, I loved writing. Yeah, and it also helps you to be present in the moment. So you're not like constantly just like everywhere and you're letting your mind just take you everywhere. No, it helps you to be present, intentional, purge. Yes, 100%. That's a better burn. I know 2 minutes. I'm so sorry. Um, yeah, so let's see. It's my little book that I've been writing in, but here's a friendly reminder. If it's not your story, let it go. Leave people in the reality that they choose to reside in. Normalize. Normalize leaving people in the reality that they choose to reside in. Another friendly reminder, it's easier to blame than to do the inner work. It's easier to blame than do the inner work. It's easy. It's easy to blame. It's your fault. It's your fault I'm feeling this way. Instead of like, maybe I'm feeling this way because there's an unresolved issue within myself that needs to be attended to. And maybe I'm being triggered because my nervous system is running amok and I need to attend to that too. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's really easy to blame until you realize that you're participating in the problem. Like you wouldn't be triggered or into a reaction if you had already cleared that issue within oneself, if that even makes sense. But let's get into this video. Okay, why you should move in silence. I took notes. Um, it is not advised to brag about one's achievements, successes, or belongings. Um, the reason why I say this is because I feel like when you are more successful and you achieve more and you have more than people who are less fortunate or who are, I want to say, still in the evolutionary state of evolving. It's not good or bad, guys. It's just where you're at. You will attract evil eye. And we've heard this term thrown around like many times over. What is evil eye? So evil eye is a malevolent glare motivated, can I talk? By envy, jealousy, with the intent to cause misfortune, illness, or injury. Yeah. So like my whole thing is like instead of bringing attention to myself, I have a tendency to want to just kind of like stay on the sidelines, kind of like a ninja, like don't look at me. And I just kind of like do my own thing. And I don't feel the need to have to publicize it. It's like I feel like just having the inner satisfaction of achieving something is more than its weight its weight in gold. You know what I mean? I don't have to brag. I feel like let's understand this. Why do people need to brag? Maybe because they need approval, they need attention. Why do they need approval and attention? It's their ego. Their ego needs to feel like it's worth something, it's valuable, and instead of just like enjoying things without the attention. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like, I don't know, I don't really brag about it. Like if something good happens, I am grateful and I savor it, and then I move on because nothing lasts. And that is a fact. I used to struggle with that. Like I used to struggle with things like impermanence, I suppose. It's like if I had something good, I would try my hardest to keep it together, to like sustain it. And no, now I'm in a phase of life where I'm like, okay, like a good moment has arrived. I will enjoy it. And then I will also like release it, kind of like a poo. And same should be done, most especially with negative things. If something negative or what is perceived to be negative, because nothing is really negative or positive, honestly. It's all in the mind. If something negative occurs, I also let that go in equal measure. There's no holding. It's I've done this before in other videos. Like if you open your hand to receive or release, see how freeing that is? But if you're like holding a fist and you're holding on tight to like negative things or positive things, you can't sustain that. Try holding a fist for like 10 minutes and see how that, like really tight, that hurts. That's a lot of tension. And for me, I like to live life in a state of ease. Like, so I'm going to leave my hand open, you know? And if something lands in it, great. If it leaves, great. You know, equanimous, equanimity. Yeah. It took me a really long time to get to this place. Honestly, it was a lot of hard work and determination and diligence to like self-analyze and know myself and love myself. And when I say love myself, I don't mean like in an egotistical way. Like, no, show myself grace, show myself kindness, acceptance, and letting go, surrendering a lot of things that are really not necessary in this particular moment. you know I tell my coworker, I have a coworker that's pretty neurotic, always stressing out about things that, I don't know, happened like a week ago or whatever. And I'm like, I don't know, man. Like when I wake up every day, I literally start the day with a clean slate, with a fresh pair of eyes. So whatever happened yesterday, unless it was like really like jolting and triggering, um, I'm pretty much a clear slate. If I encounter something that was like really triggering or jolting, it might take me a little longer to unravel that, but I'll proactively work on understanding like why that thing or that situation rattled me so that I can clear it. And if it happens again, I'm good. Like I've cleared it from my system. Anyways, I veered off topic as usual. Um, yeah, move in silence, guys. I don't know. It's, if you look at social media, it's like everybody's like they're kind of like, I don't know, like bragging about their achievements and their successes. Like, look at me, look at me, look what I have, look at what I'm wearing, look at what I'm eating, look at where I'm traveling to, look at what I own. And I don't know, everybody who plays that game, they're like in a constant state of competition. It's like, I need to be like that person, or I need to be better than that person. I need to keep doing and striving. And no, I just remove myself from that. I just don't care. Like not in a malicious way. Like that's cool if you want to participate in that, and that's cool that if you feel the need to like speak about that and showcase it. But I just don't care. I just don't care. I just, what I care about most especially are things that can't be bought, like my peace and my joy and my health and just the simple things, the ability to wake up every day and just not have any restraints or pressures put upon me to do anything, like a sense of freedom, things that money can't buy. That is the most important commodity. And I can't document that. I can't post that or publicize that. That's something that is deeply personal, you know? But yeah, so that's why I advise moving in silence. I have a good example. So I'm going to use my friend as an example. So my friend basically got her house renovated for free. You know, I'm not going to disclose the details on how that happened, but she, I guess, went and told like a bunch of her other friends, acquaintances, and some people were happy for her. Some people celebrated her success, but there were some people that did not celebrate her success, and they obviously were jealous and they made comments that were very negative, like, oh wow, I wish somebody could just fix my house for free. You see what I'm saying? And I told that person, I'm like, you need to be very, I want to say, cautious, not in a fear based way, but like you need to hold those kind of things close to your heart. You know what I mean? And you shouldn't necessarily, like, I want to say, tell many people about it. You know what I mean? Unless they're like really close to you and like they prioritize your well-being. You know what I mean? Because yeah, people aren't going to be happy for you. They're going to look at you with malevolence, the malevolent glare, and then they're going to yeah, malevolent glare motivated by envy and jealousy with the intent to cause misfortune, illness, and injury upon you, because they're jealous, they're envious. Um, I don't know. I don't know if this video made sense. I just feel like I've been babbling on. Yeah, and you can tell like who's in your corner because they literally they get excited for your wins. But for me, I don't really advertise it. It's like I don't really need external validation. I think people who are, I guess, less secure within themselves and they are, I don't know why I'm going blank. I'm going blank, guys. People who are less secure need to look at me, look at me, look at what I've done, look at what I have. You know what I mean? I feel like a secure person moves in silence. That's it in a nutshell, you know? I'm going to leave you with a couple more things. Friendly reminder. Being around negative people is a drain. Check the exchange rate. In other videos, I said like a healthy relationship, a healthy connection, you will have an exchange. An exchange. Okay. It's not going to be like one sided where you're giving and this person is taking and you feel drained. So being around negative people is a drain. What I mean by negative people is less conscious, less aware, less evolved. And we're not saying this in a condescending way. We're doing this to bring awareness, because some people just don't have the programs installed. They don't know any better, you know, but you do. And lucky you get to choose how much time that person gets, if any. You know, look for signs, not words, actions. Yeah, I've noted, like, for instance, this is a good example. Like, sometimes people say that they love you, but then their actions are um, contradicting the words. You know, like they're disrespecting you. They're unkind. They're inconsiderate. But I love you. Make that make sense. Anything that's confusing, anything that is crazy making, leave it. And oh no, no, thank you. You've shown me who you are. Your words are contradicting. I don't need to give you one, two, three, four, five chances. I'm out. Straight up. Normalize saying no, thank you. Um, and then last but not least, people who aren't happy with themselves can never be happy for you. People who aren't happy with themselves will never be happy for you. People who don't love themselves can never love you. I'm going to say it again. People who don't love themselves can never love you. So again, look for signs, not words, actions. You know, love is a verb, action based. You know what I mean? Um, Shoot, there's one more thing that I was going to say to end. Let me pause so you don't just watch me ponder. Oh yeah, there's a story. Um, I don't know it like verbatim, but I'm going to get to the gist of it. So it was something about Buddha. Are you guys familiar with Buddha? Um, I guess he was meditating in a temple, and there was a very hostile and angry person that didn't agree with his methodology that decided to pay him a visit. And this person was like projecting a lot of his anger and hate and disdain and irritation. He was projecting it and trying to like affect Buddha. You know what I mean? And Buddha did not let this person's projections affect him. So I guess the whole moral or gist of that story is if someone tries to give you a gift, you can gift it back to them. You know what I mean? You don't have to accept the gift. So in that circumstance, you know, that gentleman was trying to project his anger, his irritation, his disdain onto Buddha, and Buddha rejected the gift. Do that. Normalize that. You know, if somebody is unhappy with themselves, it's not like you don't care, but you're important. You care enough about yourself to protect yourself and reject the gift. Return to sender, 1000%. You don't have to accept everything anyone is trying to give you. Normalize it. Your life will be so much better. I promise. Anyways, thank you for watching. Thank you for stopping by. Sorry if this video didn't make sense. I never know because I don't know, when I talk, I'm like in like this really like spacious place in my mind. And yeah, I just don't know. Whatever flows, flows. Anyways, take care. Be well. Blessings to one and all. Amen.